You've just left New England Revolution and you've moved to Vancouver White Caps. Tell us why, how come about this move? What happened? Because this is like one of your seventh move around the MLS.
Yes. Again, thanks for having me. But it's been a good journey for me in MLS, moving from teams to teams. But it's part of an experience, and that's what I've been doing since played. I think I'm going into my 12th season now, and as you mentioned, playing on 17. So it's good. I'm moving to Vancouver Whitecaps from New England Revolution. It's a move that I'm really happy about and really excited because in the previous season and a half playing in New England, I didn't feel like I was at my best. So, I want to challenge myself. I want to win a championship, and I think Vancouver would be a great place for me.
How is this transfer different from previous transfers, whether it's in the America or outside?
Yeah, it's every transfer will be different. I'm going to go to a different environment, and not only that, I'm going to Canada. I've never played in Canada. I've played against teams in Canada, but I've never really played in Canada. And now I get to live in Canada, playing, for the Whitecaps, against the Toronto FCs and Montreal Impact. Three teams, the two teams in Canada. Toronto just won the cup. It's gonna be hard, but it's every move is different. The coach believes in me, and that's why they're bringing me over. So I'm really excited, and I hope that I can produce for them.
A Canadian club, how much do you yourself know about how football is going on in Canada?
A lot, really, because again, I started playing in MLS in 2006, and I was part of the league before the first Canadian team came into the league, Toronto FC. So I've kind of seen it grow, and the city I'm going to in Vancouver, they love soccer, and or football, I should say. They love it, but it's great because they want to win something. The fan base is really strong. Their stadium is loud. It's packed, and the training facility is wonderful. So it's not just living in Canada, but the MLS and everything has grown so much that every team that plays in the MLS, reaches to a standard and wants to become, better and better every year.
The Whitecaps, however, compete in the Western Conference in the MLS, so not in Canada, which means you will not be playing against Didier Drogba, who is in Canada. How much were you looking forward to a clash with Didier Drogba?
Oh no, I've had a great chance to play against Didier. He's a great mentor. As a player like me, coming from here from Sierra Leone, from Africa, I admired Didier. He's probably one of the reasons why I support Chelsea, and one of the reasons why I play the way I play. Everything he's done, not just on the field but off the field, bringing peace to his country, and all this stuff, and the humanitarian work that he does. I've enjoyed playing against him really when he played for Montreal. He's moved now. He's playing on the lower league. So Montreal Impact actually wanted me to replace Drogba, but I know, but I can't replace a legend. He's a legend. But I'm going to be good in Canada. I'm going to continue to make a name for myself, and that's what I've done inside America. So I'm going to continue to make that in Canada.
A Sierra Leonean in the MLS. I mean, you're talking of, you have English, you have Puerto Ricans, you have Costa Ricans, you have so many nationalities playing in the MLS, but a Sierra Leonean from West Africa, from Kenema, in the MLS. How does that feel like?
It feels great. Yeah, when you say Kenema, that's the first thing I say. I come from a town full of maybe 150,000 people, and I'm in America, with millions, maybe a billion or more. It's just amazing because it just shows that if you reach for your goal, if you dream something, you can achieve it. I went to America at the age of 16, and I saw the MLS, and I said, I want to play in this league, and they said you have to go to school, high school, you have to go to college, they have to draft you, and all this. And in 5 years, I was able to make that happen, and made my transition into the MLS. So every time I'm playing, and I can hear they say, from Sierra Leone, that makes me proud and puts a lot of pressure on me because I want to make a better way for the next person that comes from Sierra Leone to play. So it's been good having a few Sierra Leoneans playing in MLS, but up to this day, I am continuing to make my mark and have to keep it the same way, a level to put the respect for Sierra Leone, so people don't just know about Sierra Leone as a civil war country, so they know us also for something else.
How big is the MLS? You've played in England. How big is the MLS in terms of the passion? And,
it's big. It's big. Obviously, people don't respect MLS as much, but I'll tell you a lot of credit to David Beckham because when he moved into the MLS, I think 2005, and so he transition that league, for people outside of America to actually watch the MLS. And it's been really good. It's grown so much. When I made my move to England, all I can hear players saying was they want to go play in the MLS. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to come back to the MLS, because I know how much it's growing and how much everybody wants to go back there. So because of that, I came back to the MLS, and it's been good.
Kei Kamara can score as many goals. Kei Kamara has the quality as many strikers we've seen in Europe. Why are the big clubs of Europe not seeing that?
I'm 33 years old and I'm getting old. No, it was good. I played in MLS for numbers of years. Going to Norwich and going to Middlesbrough. I enjoyed my time. I say I grew late in football. Like I said, I moved to America at 16. I didn't start playing professionally until I was 21. I didn't mature into the game until I was 25, and I made the move to England about 28, 29. So it was really difficult, but I've learned a lot through those times. It's about passing on the knowledge to the next, hopefully the next Sierra Leone that gets to play in England, and that's what we want to see. So I've enjoyed. I've had offers from teams outside, but every player has to find a place where you're comfortable. You feel like you can produce. And again, when I went to England, I did well at Norwich. Didn't work so well at Middlesbrough, so I decided to come back, to MLS because the league is growing. And coming back, scoring about 22 goals in one season, making it to the final, I felt like I'm at my prime. And that's how I feel right now with the move I'm going to Vancouver, because I feel like I can produce a lot more than I've been producing in the past season and a half.
Let's talk about Sierra Leone. So, what are the chances of qualifying for Cameroon 2019?
It's there's a good chance. There's a good chance. But I think since I've been playing for the national team since 2008, we've always had a chance. There's never been a time when we didn't have a chance, where we're just in the bad group. But it's all about preparation. Again, as I mentioned, I played on the national team since 2008, and we've never played a friendly match. So it's really difficult for a team to be ready to make that next step without playing in any friendlies, without doing anything like that. So now we're in a good group, we're in a good position. The next game is really, really far away, which I think is all the way to September now. They pushed it until after the World Cup. So we have so much time to see what we're going to do to prepare us for that next game. And that's what's going to determine how we put ourselves for qualification.
A star player in the MLS, not yet played in the African Nations Cup. How much are you looking forward to really be there to, if it's going to be your last for Sierra Leone?
Yeah, I would love to play in the African Nations Cup. It's hard to sit outside and watch, teammates of mine that I play with whether they play for Cameroon, for Ghana, playing in the World Cup and African Nations Cup. But I think it's time, for us to make it. I would love to play in there, but if even I can't play in this tournament, if we can make a building block that's going to push, the next team that comes over after us to play in that tournament, it will be good. But again, I can't be content if I don't play in the African Nations Cup. So I really want to get there.
How good is Sierra Leone?
We're good. Sierra Leone is good. We're good as a country, and we're good as a people. And the national team, we have good players. Really good mentality right now with the new coach of John Kister and really helping us. But overall, we just need to work together as a team, not just the players or the coaches, but everybody else that's around football. Needs to work together, because that's the only way we can qualify for anything.
How would you like to end your career?
Win a championship of some sort, whether it's MLS or African Cup of Nations or the World Cup. But not just that. I mean, I'm a humanitarian. I love giving back to my country. So if I finish my career, knowing that I've done some stuff, for example, the school that we built in Allentown, those things are my World Cups that I've done. Building the school in my country and finishing my career, and knowing that I've done that will be something really great. But not only that, if I can finish and say we've put football, soccer in a good line for the next generation of players, then I'll be really content.
And let's talk about that. What inspired you to set up your Heart Foundation, building schools, giving back? What's inspired you to do all that?
Yeah, my Heart Shape Hand Foundation. It's obviously it comes from my heart shape celebration that I do. but it's simple. It's basically using my heart and my hands to give back to my country. Again, this is where it all started. I was here for the Civil War. I left after the Civil War, and I went to America, and I had a great chance to live in a land full of opportunities, and I used that opportunity to get to be where I'm at today. So why not use the little bit that you have, the little influence in people to give back to where you come from? So that's just how I see it, and I'm just blessed to say I can continue to do that.
And is that what you'll be concentrating on? I mean, I'm not pushing the retirement thing, but is that what you think you'll be doing full time after you leave football?
I don't know. I don't know. After I leave football, there's a lot of things I want to do. Obviously, humanitarian work will never go away from me. It will never go away from me. But acting is also something that I'm getting into, and my personality has been really, with the cameras and friendly and all that. So acting is the next thing I'm going to push in my career. But it's not now. I'm still enjoying playing football.
Maybe let's start talking about that immediately. That means you might be in touch with Idris Elba.
Idris Elba is one of my, idol when I watch, because obviously having the Sierra Leone background, not just that, but he's been doing great in the film industry. So you watch those things, it motivates you. I used to watch my brothers playing soccer, and it motivates me to become a soccer player. And now watching those people and seeing what they do and they enjoy the art, it motivates me. So hopefully I get to meet him one day.
You haven't spoken to him yet?
I haven't spoken to him yet.
Any hopes of coaching?
Coaching, yeah, I definitely, I've learned a lot from playing. It will be cheating if I don't try to pass on my information to the next people. Even when I'm here playing with the national team or just in Sierra Leone, I try to pass the information on that I've learned from 8, 9 coaches I played for. So it's never something I'm going to scratch off, say I won't do. A lot of people think I want to come coach for Leone style, but I have to live in Sierra Leone first. But no, I can't scratch it off. I do have a lot that I've learned, and I would love to pass that on to the younger players.
Okay, thank you. We'll close now with some Creole questions
problem.
on
Yeah.
some